Whalawhalahi atu kua whanongongo mai a koe ke he tau walata le tutupu he lau taong niwe. Hane whainga hua te tangata hua ke whanau ke puli ke whakamau pāpai tau pepunga hua mai whanuanga whakapā he whanau ke puli ke hongwhamali maki a niwe. Ha kua whailoa lo tūru ni kua kautua i ke he tau no whamaanga mai tau no whamotu amana ki whakahokua e whanuanga whakamua ke he whahita pukahau. Koe whakaholoanga ka eke kua muitua ki hai tō takitaki he whakatunu whono le veki atu ke he koto whaanga he mga hanei kua aho hiwa levi ke tau se ai e tau omanuanga he tau eke pule takitaha. Tō mai ke angatahe whanuanga katoa ke viri whakamua ke maua e tangata ka tikitaki tau whanuanga koe whakatunu whono kua lata i fō ke he tangata ia ke tali e koto whaanga mai takitaki ai whanuanga. Tō matutaki atu ai ke lata mai virianga mai koto whaanga he palimia koe mga honei toko e hingoa ne ko whakakise po ke kua whakatua ai ko Sandy Kalauni mo toke tālangi. Koe whakaholoanga ia tō viri fufu kai ke kua viri e whanu ke pule ke palimia mo i kautua ai e tātangata ni ko mua atu ai e longa tonu mela vili. Koe whiwhirianga ke toko tō whaanga i ki pule kua toka atu ai ke ia e palimia ke whiwhiri ai toko tōru i ki pule hana ne kua talere ke toko tō whaanga tō whailoa atu ai fōki ke whakatunu whono. Koe tausianga nei kua lata ke tausi i loto he fitu e aho he mole atu whanuanga whakapā ne kua whiwhiri ai e palimia tō mai ke he angata he whakatunu whono ke whakamōli ai mai tausi e te omanuanga he tau i ki pule. Koe whakatokanga ke whakahoko e whanuanga whakapā ke lata mai whono ke pule ke hongwhamali mahaki ke aho lotu koe aho ua whumaturi a pelela. Koe tau whiawhia ke lata mai tō aho okioki he Easter ko whitātua i he mau ke lata mai tō mga whaua ni whai whānau i geki. Koe tau whiawhia fō tamai he tō mutu kehe koe kumi fufua moa whiawhia lohi tō tami geki ke tō whiaua pehe nei. Ka kānu niha koe longa tō fufua moa me ke he tō lanu ka moa he tō whānau. Mana ki ni ki whiawhia tō aho okioki whāhita nei mai tō whānau kai mai longa i ka kāno he aho matulei mo e aho liu tū mai ke ua tua ki tō whaitunga mo e tapua ki mo e whakaheki ki hatua. Kua muna ki ake whakahoko e tāta pua ki anga hea whalaile a pungipungi koe aho matulei ki he tō ekalisia ta ki taha he tō maanga nā kai hea whangi tō whalinga hua e whakatuwhono si nā kai hea whangi fō ki whali tupe he a whalaile a pungi mo e hangu fō e whahita pukahau. Mātuta ki atu ni tōru ki he tō whaligoloa kuhai alu tōru ha whangi ki tō aho kioki mo e ke Niuean e tō aho kioki ke lata mo e Easter. This is Radio Sunshine's news bulletin for today. Final arrangements and paperwork is being collated in preparation for the affirmation of the 15th Niuean Assembly. All 20 members of the Niuean Assembly have been confirmed, and political lobbying for some of the key positions in the Assembly are well underway. According to the clerk to Assembly, the first meeting will be conducted by the caretaker Speaker of the House, Aohiwa Levy. At this meeting, members will be sworn in by taking their oath of allegiance before moving on to electing a Speaker. If two or more names are presented, a secret vote must be taken. Once the Speaker has been duly elected, he or she must accept the appointment before continuing with proceedings for the Niuean Assembly to elect a Premier. At the moment, there are two names that have been put forward, Sandy Kalauni and Toke Talangi. Members of the Assembly will be tasked to vote by secret vote for the Premiership. The appointment of ministers will happen after this meeting at the discretion of the Premier, who will elect or nominate 3 other members as his cabinet, and this must be presented to the Speaker within 7 days of electing the Premier. The meeting of the 15th Niuean Assembly will be held next week on Wednesday, the 23rd of April. With the Easter weekend upon us, it is going to be very quiet in the city of Alofi this Friday and Monday next week, as all government departments and banks are closing their businesses on these 2 days. Some shops will be open, but you need to find out what hours and days they are open, so you're not going to be left without certain food items for the long weekend. Children are looking forward to enjoy the Easter weekend, with some of them already planning to take part in Easter egg hunt activities. While you enjoy the Easter holidays with your family, we must also acknowledge the meaning of Easter and why it is important. It's a Good Friday. Niue will join the rest of the world in celebrating the day with church services, mass and dedications. May you and your family enjoy your Easter holidays. From the region, Samoa's Minister of Finance Famuina Fa'olotane Tiatialiunga has resigned and will remain a backbencher. The minister announced his resignation close to midnight at the end of a 2.5-hour address in Parliament, where he tried to clear his name and his actions and decisions as investigated and reported by the Auditor General and the Parliamentary Select Committee. He quoted the many cabinet decisions that was basis for his actions as a minister and apologized if his desire to expedite the development of the country has resulted in actions being questioned by many. The long-awaited debate of the Parliamentary Committee's report follows months of the report being exposed by the media, both locally and overseas, and resulted in a rift within the ruling Human Rights Protection Party that started with a signed letter to the Prime Minister in May 2013 to remove the minister. An emotional Famuina thanked the Prime Minister for his confidence and asked for the Parliament and the country's forgiveness if he has erred. It was the first time he has officially responded to the accusations in the report. In accepting the resignation, Prime Minister Tuilaipa Fatialofa Dr. Sailele Malialangaoi said, "It is rare for someone holding a high-profile position such as Minister of Finance to tender his resignation on his own free will." Tuilaipa paid tribute to Famuina's contribution as a Minister of the State for the last 14 years. Former Fiji netball coach Julie Hornweg is back to reclaim her former job. She is expected in the country to coach the Fiji Pearls. Netball Fiji President Wainikiti Bogindro announced this in Suva. Hornweg's immediate task is to mentor the Fijians to the World Netball Cup qualifiers in Rarotonga, Cook Islands in June. She will also coach the Pearls in the Tri-Series +1 schedule for May against Northern Ireland and Papua New Guinea. In Suva, she is expected in the country later this month, and there were swift reactions to the appointment. Those who worked with her in improving Fiji's rankings in the 1990s said Hornweg was the best choice. New Zealand's Parliament has passed Treaty of Waitangi legislation that lays down conditions for the use of the kamate haka performed by the All Blacks. The bill was one of 3 being passed as the House sits under extended hours. The Ngati Toa Rangatira Claims Settlement Bill and the Haka Kamate Attribution Bill were passed together. The latter bill stipulates that Te Reo Paraha must be identified as the composer of the haka whenever it is published commercially, communicated to the public, or appears in a public film screening. Maori Affairs Minister Peter Sharples told Parliament the kamate haka is New Zealand's most powerful icon. Dr. Sharples said from today onwards, the Crown recognises kamate as a taonga and an integral part of history, culture and identity of Ngati Toa Rangatira. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge were greeted by hundreds of screaming fans at the Sydney Opera House after touching down in Australia for their 10-day tour. Prince William and Kate touched down in Sydney with their son Prince George for their first official tour of Australia. They retreated to a small reception on the tarmac before being whisked away to the Opera House for an official reception and meet and greet. Prince William told the official function at the Opera House that he and Kate were looking forward to their first trip to Australia together. The Prince commended the nation for the way it has dealt with Cyclone Eta and search for Malaysia Airlines flight MH370. The tour will end in Canberra, where the royal couple will attend the Anzac Day March and commemorative service at the Australian War Memorial before returning to Britain. It is the Duchess's first visit to Australia, apart from a brief stopover at Brisbane Airport in 2012. A liquor ban has been imposed in Port Moresby and other centres as the government and the police urge the people to have a crime-free and peaceful Easter weekend. Prime Minister Peter O'Neill, in a special Easter message, urged everyone to focus on the wonderful sacrifice Jesus Christ made for all on the cross on Good Friday and his glorious rising from the dead on Easter Day. The liquor ban in the capital city will be effective from tomorrow to Tuesday. City Manager Leslie Alu said the ban would apply to the dealers, taverns, bottle shops, takeaway shops and public bars in limited hotels and publicans. Exempted are restaurants where alcohol is taken as part of the meal clubs, where alcohol is restricted to members and guests of members only. Publicans, where liquor is taken as part of meal by lodgers, guests and diners only, and limited hotels where alcohol is taken as part of meals by lodgers, guests and diners only. The 2013 Fiji Marine Industry Survey by Port Dinero in Nandi shows more than $28 million contributed to the economy through yachting. 606 yachts sailed to Fiji last year. Port Dinero Managing Director Nigel Skiggs says the yachting industry is growing in leaps and bounds, earning Fiji millions of dollars. Super yachts spent on average over $200,000 in Fiji, while smaller yachts spend just over $20,000. Skiggs says the results show that Fiji is cemented as a super yacht destination. Skiggs says that Port Dinero is working with the Low Provincial Council and government departments by facilitating customs clearance and opening up the Low Group to this new revenue stream. It was enough to make any NRL rival shudder in fear. World heavyweight boxing title contender Samoan-born Alex Leapai pledged his allegiance to the Broncos before donning a Brisbane jersey on Tuesday. Thankfully for the Broncos' foes, former Cowboy scholarship player Leapai was just attending his final hometown promotion ahead of his title fight with Wladimir Klitschko in Germany on April 27th. But it seems Klitschko won't get off so lightly. Leapai has been given a token puncher's chance against the WBO, WBA, IBF and IBO title holder who has not lost in 10 years. However, the Queensland battler said he had more than one lucky shot lined up for the towering 38-year-old Ukrainian. And those are our news stories here on Radio Sunshine for today.